Good evening, everybody. I know my camera is a little shaky, but I'm driving. I just had a message that I want to put in the air. Basically, to let the people that may be feeling down, that may be going through a breakup. You may have lost somebody that may have lost a job, left their job, whatever the situation may be. I just kind of want to give you guys a message and let you know that it's not the end. Your purpose and your destiny still remains the same. You may just have to adjust, but you still are very purposeful. Just know that saying goodbye to something or someone doesn't mean that that's the end of your purpose or your destiny. You still very much so have a purpose. You still very much so have a destiny. In life, we have to learn to adjust. And I feel like some people, learn to adjust a little bit quicker than others. And some, it takes a little bit more time. Some adjust quickly. But just know that that's not the end of your greatness. That's not the end of your purpose. I know a lot of people, they tend to link their happiness and their purpose for life, link it on to someone else. Don't never ever allow someone to define your happiness, someone to be the reason for your happiness. Yes, they're supposed to add to it, but they're never supposed to be the divine definition for why you are happy. I feel like if we don't learn how to make ourselves happy and find some wholeness within ourselves, then how can you turn around and try to make someone else happy? So first and foremost, we have to stop, allowing ourselves to do that. And of course, you're going to be hurt. I get that. And that's, pertaining to a job, pertaining to a relationship, a friendship, whatever your situation may be where you may have lost somebody. Yes, I get that. And you're going to go through your hurt. But you also have to have a realization, too, that once you're done with your hurt, your purpose still stands to be the same. It's time to get back to work. It's time to let your light shine. God didn't make us for no reason. He put us here for a reason. And a lot of times, we lose sight on what our purpose is. We lose sight on what our greatness is because we tend to put ourselves in a different atmosphere or basically around different people and certain people that we lose sight on what our particular goal may have been. So I'm here to say that no matter what, your purpose still will always remain the same. Yes, of course, life will hit you and you'll have to do some adjusting, but that purpose still remains the same. So you just have to, go out there and get to it. And God is always going to be standing by your side. And when things seem to get rough and you feel like you can't make it, 9 times out of 10, He's picked you up to carry you through it. Some things may be harder than others, but that's life. And this is to people that may be having a struggle with believing in God or whatever your situation may be. But I'm a strong believer in it, and I'm a firm testimony to say that, life ain't no walk in the park, but it ain't all bad either, because you could have not woke up this morning. You could have not had a roof over your head. You could have not had your next meal to get to. So you have to learn to look at the good things in life. We have to learn how to look at, things that we may have or may be going through might be light work to someone else. So, we have to learn to quit always looking at the bad and learn to glorify and be grateful for the things that we do have. Because like I said, what you have may be greatness what you have may be greatness for the next person. So, that job that you may have may not be the job that, that's gonna be your stopping point or your retirement job or your dream job, but at least you have a job to get up and go to every day. That relationship that you're in, you don't have to stay in that relationship that you may be getting abused in. You don't have to stay in a relationship where you may be getting verbally, physically, mentally abused in. God made you great by yourself, and you can always be great by yourself. You don't need someone else. You have to learn to be by yourself so that you can know what your worth is. Because a lot of times we tend to, like I said again, allow other people to make us happy, so then we forget what our worth is. That wasn't even the message that I had wrote down to say. That was, I wrote down while I was at work. But we forget what our worth is. We forget that you don't deserve anything less than. You deserve, women, you deserve to be treated like a queen. Men, you deserve to be treated like a king. But we have to bring king and queen characteristics to a relationship. You have to learn to not accept anything less than. And when you find yourself doing that, sometimes you have to step back and check yourself. Like, I deserve better than that, and I'm not going to allow anyone to give me anything less than that. So, and like I said, you have to be willing to do the same and vice versa. You have to treat that person like you want to be treated. But at the end of the day, you deserve greatness. And if you can't get that, then I couldn't get jiggy with it. But like I said, I know that, right now people may be going through hard times. 2020 has been rough. And 2019 was rough as well. But we can make it through. We have to have an understanding that there's things that's bigger than us. This life that we live is bigger than us. I feel like in my heart that God put us here to basically learn how to be disciples. Learn how to bring one another to Him. We have to learn how to deposit greatness into one another. We have to learn how to deposit love into one another. We have to learn how to deposit positivity into one another. And I feel like once we do that, and show people, like I said, everybody has a testimony. And you can't tell someone anything that you haven't gone through. The only story that you can tell is what you saw and what you've gone through and what you've overcome. That's the only story that you can possibly tell. So I say go for it, but you have to believe in it. You got to receive that grace from God. Sometimes you have to change up your atmosphere, change the people that you're around. Sometimes you have to walk away from a job that you feel like is toxic, that you feel like is not where you're supposed to be. But at the end of the day, you got to know that God has something greater for you, something better for you. So you have to understand that. And nobody believes in you more than God will. Sometimes He believes in us more than we believe in ourselves. And I'm a definite testimony of that. When I left my job almost 6 months ago, I didn't know what was going to be the end result. But at the end of the day, God seen something bigger in me. God seen something better for me. So I am walking in my testimony. And I want everybody that watches this video to know that you got this. Somebody, you may feel like you got knocked down, like you got knocked off your square, but you got this at the end of the day. You go through your hurt and you get yourself back up. And don't let people or things in life stop your growth. That job, that person that you no longer have, God moved them out of your way so your growth, so you can make room for your growth, make room for your creativity, make room for your wisdom. Because some people we be thinking that we need people in our lives and jobs and all those accolades and all that stuff. We think that defines our greatness when really it doesn't. We have a purpose. And sometimes you have to stop and ask God, what's my purpose? And then stop and really listen to what He's telling you your purpose is. So that you can go out there and do what you need to do. But don't let one thing knock you off your square. You got this. Keep your head up. Keep making room for growth. Keep making room for creativity. Keep being willing to be teachable. Open up so you can learn new things, so that you can receive that wisdom and in turn be able to maybe deposit it into someone else, into your children. Help your children to be great. Help your nieces and nephews to be great. Because if we're not taking and putting greatness into other people, how can we expect them to be great? How can we expect them to be intelligent, academically successful in life, and we aren't willing to basically mentor to them. We can't keep allowing other people to be mentors to our children, be mentors to kids from our community. How come we can't just take over our own community and mentor to our own children? You don't got to be rich to be a mentor. You ain't got to be no doctor and no lawyer to be a mentor. It's all in your actions, and you have to show people, because no matter how you look at things, someone is always watching you. When you at work, someone's watching you. When you go to church, someone's watching you, and how you perceive and receive things, and how you navigate through life. Like I said, life ain't no walk in the park, but it ain't all bad either. And for those people that may have had a bad life, I'm sorry that you've had to go through that. And I know that God only gives his hardest battles to his strongest people. And clearly you have this. You got this. You still standing, and you got to know, I'm still standing. That wasn't nothing but a hit to the chin. You got this. You fall down 7 times, you got to get back up 8. Life could be hard at times. Life could be a struggle at times. But at the end of the day, you still got this. I believe in whoever you may be, because I know God believes in me. And my child is always looking at me. So I'm trying to be a great mentor, a great woman, so she can grow up and know that I could be great just like my mother was. I could be greater than my mother was. At the end of the day, you got this. God got you, and you have a good evening. Y'all make sure y'all wash your hands now. I don't want that coronavirus getting to us.